Right. It says Proverbs 18:20. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. Beautiful stuff, man. Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So if you're speaking death, if you're scoffing and you're talking shit, life and death is in the power of the tongue. But if you're speaking good things in due season at the right time, you're going to eat the fruit of that good, man, and whoever else you've helped feed with it. Proverbs 19:24. Are you being slothful? That's a question I could ask. Proverbs 19:24 states, a slothful man hideth his hand in his bosom, and will not so much as bring it to his mouth again. So, are you being slothful in not helping to edify other brothers, and you're you can't be bothered to move your hand to click the keyboard to type a precept or a comment to help edify further, or even just smash that like. Not that we're out for likes and subscribes or whatever. I'm speaking more spiritually. I'm speaking deeper than that shit, because we don't care about 10,000 views. We don't care about 10 million likes. It's all about edification. And if you're doing a video and you get just that one like from one sincere brother, that's worth more than however many people are following Rihanna or Beyonce or Cardi B on YouTube. That is worth so much more, and that's why it's precious. As the elder of London Central Camp often says, one of the elders I should say, faith is the most precious commodity on this earth. Faith. So it's a precious thing, man. Yeah. Proverbs 20:5. I don't know if I've read this already, but I'll bring it out again. Counsel in the heart of man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. I'm going to read verse 6 as well. Most men will proclaim everyone his own goodness, but a faithful man who can find? Proverbs 20:10. Diverse weights and diverse measures, both of them are like abomination to Yahweh. So again, if you're always taking and you're not giving anything back, that's like a diverse weight, and it's an abomination to the Most High. Here we go, there's another one. Proverbs 20:15. There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Read it again, man. Proverbs 20:15. There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge, Slakia, are a precious jewel. Proverbs 20:23 again. Same thing, Lord saying it multiple times. Diverse weights are an abomination unto Yahweh, and a false balance is not good. Proverbs 21:5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but everyone that is hasty only to want. And that sums up exactly what I was saying about, are you giving anything back, or are you just watching and moving on, watching and moving on, never giving anything back. You know, read it again. Proverbs 21:5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but everyone that is hasty only to want. You know. Proverbs 22:11. He that loveth pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. These scriptures are just cool, man. Let me read it again. This is Proverbs 22:11. He that loveth pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. Proverbs 24:5. A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increaseth strength. So, if you're making an edifying video and another man of knowledge comes along, it's only going to increase your strength, man. You know, iron sharpeneth iron, as the scriptures say. Proverbs 24:26. Every man shall kiss his lips that giveth a right answer. You know? What's we got? Proverbs 25:11. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pitchers of silver. Let me read that again. Proverbs 25:11. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pitchers of silver. As an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover upon an obedient ear. As the cold of snow in the time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to him that send him, for he refresheth the soul of his masters. Let me read that again. Proverbs 25:13. As the cold of snow in the time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to him that send him, for he refresheth the soul of his masters. So you can help to refresh another brother's soul, man. Proverbs 25:15. By a long forbearing is a prince persuaded, and a soft tongue breaketh the bone. You know, so you can accomplish a lot with a soft tongue, you know, spoken in due season. Oh man, Proverbs 25:25. This is real, man. As cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. And this goes back to the point I was making earlier on of when I see these brothers who are posting videos in other countries who I might not even know their language. Like, you know, you've got GMS Holland, GMS Nigeria, GMS, you know, the South American tribes putting out their work. What does the scripture say about that? It says, Proverbs 25:25. As cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. So when you see these brothers going in, why not just say, you know what, Shalom, Yahbashim, Yahshai Barakatha, because that would serve Proverbs 25:25. As cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. Because seeing other brothers around the world waking up, that's the best news we can get, because it means this word's going out, which means we're even closer to salvation. You know what I mean? So one more time, Proverbs 25:25. As cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. So if those brothers are going in those other countries and they see that other people are even watching, it's only going to boost them up more. They're not going to look at a sincere comment and be like, oh, fuck that, man, now I feel down. No, it's going to have the opposite effect. It's going to help boost them up even more and help keep them steadfast in the faith, you know, rather than them running dry and burning out. I mean, obviously anybody who falls out, they're falling out because the Most High wills it. But at the end of the day, man, it goes back to my point again. Are you being brotherly? So Proverbs 27:9, and I've got all these precepts going on to this point, man. So why aren't more brothers taking heed? I don't know if they are, if they're not, but I'm just assuming by what I see. I might be wrong, but here we go. Proverbs 27:9. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart, so doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. Read it one more time, man. Proverbs 27:9. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart, so doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. So it's good to talk, man. It's good to talk, especially to other brothers, man. Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Read that again. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Proverbs 27:23. Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. So if you're being diligent to look at the state of your flocks and look well to thy herds, are you communicating with brothers? Are you being brotherly, man? Are you opening up potential avenues to gain new brothers? You know? Are you engaging? It can only be a good thing, you know. If a brother's sincere, you know, that brother might be catching hell and you don't know it, and he's not saying anything. Are you reaching out to that brother? Are you checking in to see how they're doing? You know, I mean, I'm obviously brothers who you know, obviously in your area and stuff, you're more likely to do that. But there might be one brother who's pushing the word somewhere in the world that we don't know, and he's all by himself and he's got nobody to talk to, and he's all alone. How beneficial would it be to reach out to that brother? You don't know. You might be looking at a brother's videos and thinking, oh, he's doing all right, man. He's putting out videos. But who knows what kind of hell he's catching in his day-to-day life. Maybe the one word, sincere word or comment that you leave on his board, that might make a huge difference to that brother's life, man. Make a huge difference and boost his faith and give him that strength to keep going. Proverbs 30:5. Every word of the Most High is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. So if you know the words of the Most High and you're speaking them purely and in sincerity, that will work as a shield, you know. I think I've exercised the majority of the points I wanted to make, but just to close this thing out, going back full circle to the whole point in the first place, I'm going to go back to Luke 17:14. Lord willing, this has been an edifying lesson and it's helped somebody somewhere. But Luke 17:14. Read up a bit from verse 11. And it came to pass, as he went to Jerusalem, that he passed through in the midst of Samaria and Galilee. And as he entered into a certain village, there met him 10 men that were lepers, which stood afar off. And they lifted up their voices and said, Yahushua, Master, have mercy on us. And when he saw them, he said unto them, Go, shew yourselves unto the priests. And it came to pass that as they went, they were cleansed from their leprosy. And one of them, which saw that he was healed, turned back, and with a loud voice glorified the Most High, and fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks, and he was a Samaritan, meaning he was an Israelite foreigner. An Israelite who was living in Samaria and might have looked like a Samaritan, but his lineage went back to Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, because Yahushua was only sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Yahushua wasn't going around healing Moabites and Ammonites and Ishmaelites and Hamites. He was only sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And Yahushua answering said, Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? They are not found that is returned to give glory to the Most High, save this stranger. And he said unto him, Go, arise, go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. So, sometimes stopping and turning around to give glory and give thanks, first and foremost unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but once again maybe giving the blessing to the brother who helped edify you. Yahushua will respect that type of behavior, and Yahushua is watching, man. So with that, giving all praise and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to you, Akim, that you're pushing this word around the globe in faith and in truth and sincerity. And until the next lesson, I'll say Shalom wa, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Abba Baba. Shalom.